Ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of emotions? The modern world constantly barrages us with stress, anxiety, and a relentless stream of information that can leave us feeling utterly overwhelmed. It's a universal struggle, a quiet crisis brewing beneath the surface of our fast-paced lives. But what if there was an ancient wisdom, a powerful tool to navigate these turbulent waters? Think about it. The endless scroll, the breaking news alerts, the pressure to always be on and productive. Our emotional well-being often takes a back seat, leaving us vulnerable to burnout and despair. We're constantly reacting, bouncing from one emotional spike to the next, feeling like we have no control over our inner world. This isn't sustainable, and deep down we all know it. But what if the key to finding calm in this chaos isn't to numb your feelings, but to master them? Today, we're diving deep into an incredibly powerful Stoic concept called apatheia. This isn't about being apathetic or emotionless. It's about achieving a state of profound inner tranquility, free from destructive passions. If you're ready to reclaim your emotional peace and learn how to thrive amidst modern crises, hit that subscribe button right now and join our journey into practical philosophy. Let's clear up a common misconception right away. When you hear apatheia, you might think apathy, a lack of care or indifference. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The Stoics were deeply engaged with the world, committed to virtue and justice. They believed in feeling emotions but not being ruled by them. Apatheia, in its true Stoic sense, means freedom from pathos, which translates to destructive or irrational passions. It's about achieving a state of rational, clear-headed tranquility, where your judgments and actions are not dictated by uncontrolled desires, fears, or anger. It's the ultimate inner fortress, built on reason and self-awareness. The goal wasn't to eliminate emotions entirely. That's impossible and undesirable. Instead, it was to transform them, to feel joy without being consumed by it, to experience grief without being paralyzed, and to face fear with courage born of reason. It's about emotional intelligence centuries before the term even existed. Now let's bring it back to our modern world. One of the most pervasive emotional crises we face is anxiety. The constant pressure to perform, the fear of missing out, the uncertainty of the future. It all fuels a persistent, low-level hum of worry that can escalate into debilitating panic. Our minds race, our bodies tense, and we feel trapped. Social media, a tool meant to connect us, often leaves us feeling isolated and inadequate. We compare our unfiltered lives to curated highlight reels, leading to feelings of envy, self-doubt, and a constant need for external validation. This endless cycle of comparison and judgment is a fertile ground for emotional turmoil. And then there's the news. From global crises to local tragedies, we're constantly bombarded with information, often negative and fear-inducing. While staying informed is important, the relentless, sensationalized nature of modern news can lead to compassion, fatigue, helplessness, and a pervasive sense of dread. It's tough to find peace when the world feels like it's falling apart. In all these scenarios, anxiety, social media, news overload, the common thread is a feeling of powerlessness. We feel like victims of our circumstances, swept away by external forces and our own uncontrolled reactions. This is where apatheia steps in, not to make us indifferent, but to empower us to regain control over our inner landscape. The first, crucial step of applying apatheia is understanding the Stoic dichotomy of control. Some things are within our power. Our judgments, our opinions, our desires, our actions. Other things are not. External events, other people's actions, our reputation, health, wealth. Confusing the two is a recipe for misery. Apatheia teaches us that our emotional distress doesn't come from events themselves, but from our judgments about those events. The bad news isn't inherently upsetting. Our interpretation of it is. The social media post isn't inherently superior. Our belief that it makes us inferior is. This realization is incredibly liberating. When confronted with a difficult situation or an overwhelming emotion, apatheia encourages us to pause. Instead of an immediate reactive outburst, we take a moment to observe the emotion, question our initial judgment, and choose our response. This brief pause is where true freedom lies. It's the space between stimulus and response. Try this. The next time you feel a surge of anger, fear, or sadness, don't immediately react. Instead, label it. I am feeling anger. Observe it like a scientist studying a phenomenon. Where do you feel it in your body? What thoughts are associated with it? This detachment allows you to analyze rather than be consumed. Modern life often ties our self-worth to outcomes, success, recognition, wealth. Apatheia teaches us to focus on our effort and virtue, not the external results. We can control how hard we work, how ethically we behave, how wisely we choose. The outcome, however, is often beyond our complete control. Let go of what isn't yours to dictate. By practicing apatheia, you're not becoming cold or unfeeling. You're building an inner fortress. External events may still be challenging, but they won't shatter your peace. You become more resilient, more adaptable, capable of facing adversity with a steady mind and a courageous heart. This is true strength. When we're not constantly swayed by intense emotions, our minds become clearer. We can think more rationally, make better decisions, and act with purpose rather than impulse. Imagine tackling a complex problem at work or navigating a personal conflict without the fog of anger or fear clouding your judgment. That's the power of apatheia. This isn't about becoming a passive observer of your own life. Far from it. Apatheia frees you to engage more fully, more effectively, and more virtuously with the world. You can address injustices, support loved ones, and pursue your goals without being derailed by emotional turbulence. It's engaged tranquility, a powerful way to live. Like any skill, cultivating apatheia takes practice. It's a daily commitment to self-awareness, to questioning your judgments, and to distinguishing between what you can and cannot control. Start small, observe your reactions to minor annoyances. Gradually, you'll build the muscle of emotional mastery. Imagine approaching your next stressful workday, challenging conversation, or overwhelming news headline with this newfound perspective. You're not immune to feelings, but you're no longer a prisoner to them. You are the architect of your inner world, capable of choosing peace amidst any storm. That's the modern Stoic empowered by apatheia. So remember, apatheia isn't about being emotionless. It's about freedom from destructive passions, achieved by understanding the dichotomy of control, questioning your judgments, and pausing before you react. It's the ancient key to unlocking modern emotional resilience and finding genuine tranquility. What emotional crises do you face in your daily life? How do you think the concept of apatheia could help you navigate them? We'd love to hear your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. Your insights help our entire community grow. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more wisdom on living a better life. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise.